Hey guys, good morning. So I created this video to just give you a quick set of information on what we're doing here and how to complete this paper. So there are actually two ways to play, and you can decide how you want to do this. So number bonds generally have to do with families. So if you remember when we spoke about like the haunted house math fact families, it has to have all three of the same numbers. That's right. But what we're doing here instead is that we're actually creating a math fact using dice or a die. So what Mrs. Smith has done is, in order to show you my die or my dice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, which is a dice roller that I found on Google that you can use as well if you don't have a die. And you can see that this has a 4, a 6, an 8, a 10, a 12, and off to the side here, even a 20-sided die. All right. So what we're doing is, if we want to do it, this is the first way to do this. We'll just do this with a regular cube, which is a 6-sided die. And what I'll do is I'll click roll, and I got a 3. So that means that down here in this yellow, I'd write down 3. And then I'd roll again. This time I got a 4, and so I'd go down here to my other addend. Oh my goodness, Mrs. Smith, she's already doing the math in her head. And I'll get a 4, and then what I do is up here, this is the answer. So 3 plus 4 is 7. So that's one way of completing this paper. Now I'm going to use a 12-sided die, and I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to take away this one. Uh-oh, Mrs. Smith's cat is yelling at me. That's all right. Hello, Mrs. Smith's cat. Hello, Angie. Here, I'm gonna have to show you. Oh, here she is. This is why she was yelling. So now I'm gonna put her down, and maybe she'll have learned her lesson about trying to be in the videos. Okay, so what I'm gonna be focusing on now is my 12-sided die, which is right here. It's red. And what I'm going to be doing is I can do the same strategy. I can do the two addends in order to find the whole, the two parts to find the whole, or the sum, or I can do it this way. I can roll this red one, and I'll get a 10, and then over here in the sum, I can write the number 10. And then the way that this works is I need to think about the two addends that could equal 10. So how about if I do 7 as one of them, and what's the other number that would equal 10 if we're using two addends, first grade? That's right, this will be a 3. Now, if you wanted to do a really big one, let's say maybe you wanted to use, I'll use a 10-sided die now. So now I have my 3 die up. And let's say I wanted to do a much bigger number sentence. So for this one, what I would do is I'm going to take this yellow and put it over here. And I'm going to take my blue and put it over here. And I'm going to take my 10 and put it over here. And now I'm ready to create another one, going back to my die screen. And over here, I'm going to be focusing on this 10-sided die. Let's roll. All right, I got a 6. So I will start down here with 6, and then I will roll that die again, see what happens. Oh, I got another 6. So then I could go and put a 6 here, and then I just have to find the sum. What's 6 plus 6? 12. Very good. All right, now you could also, as an option, use 2 different die in order to create your own number sentences. So the key is we're practicing our number sentences. You can even view this as a subtraction problem. So what would happen if I rolled a 10 and then I used a smaller die and I rolled a 4? So then I could view this as a subtraction problem. 10 minus 4 equals, that's right, 6. All right, fill in the rest of these number bonds, and I hope you have a great time practicing your math facts.